Hello, and welcome to Speak Up. My name is Jamie McKinney, and I have the distinct honor and pleasure of guiding you along this empowering and collaborative journey where mentors and mentees come together to support, encourage, and celebrate each other, where confidence rises, bravery boosts, and courage catalyzes. Today, I'd like to share with you the background story and some of the personal details that are not included in Speak Up Sister. And I have a confession for you. Writing this book, it was not my own idea. You see, once upon a time, I worked in heavily male dominated industries. I imagine you can relate. I worked in the automotive refinish industry, and I also worked in energy, both on the renewables and the oil and gas side. And it was while I was in oil and gas that I started getting requests to come speak to women's groups, not on behalf of the product or service I was representing, but hey, Jamie, what do you know about confidence and leadership? Because I had advanced my career several times, received promotions, I'd earned increases in compensation, and other ladies were saying, tell us more. And I was thrilled to do that because confidence is not a place of competition. Pure confidence is a place of abundance, and there are no secrets. So every time I spoke to women's groups, a handful of women, and this is no exaggeration, came up to me afterwards and said, hey, this is so great. We want to buy your book. And I thought, well, that's interesting. It's not written. It's not on my bucket list. This is something I hadn't even thought about. But after the certain numbers of requests that I got for a book, I thought, maybe I should put some thought to this. Well, as I did, and I started to dabble, I shared the idea with a friend of mine. And unbeknownst to me, he shared the idea with a friend of his who owns a publishing company. Well, fast forward, and one day I was riding shotgun in a truck that one of my sales guys was driving around somewhere in the Permian Basin, and I got a call from that publisher. She introduced herself. She said, hey, I heard about the concept for your book, and I would love to work with you on this. And at first, I thought someone was playing a trick on me, but when I realized that she was serious, and that's very unheard of that a publisher would call out of nowhere, I said, well, this isn't top priority right now, but if it does surface, may I hang on to your number and give you a call? And she said, sure. Well, now we're in 2019, and 2019 was a pretty tough year for myself and my husband. We tragically lost a couple friends, close friends, early that year, had struggles with infertility, and I silently suffered through a lot of that at work because there was not a single other woman nor anyone else whom I could entrust with that information. And then I got fired by someone who lied about my performance to protect his. The company went under several months after that, but that day that I got fired, it was a Tuesday, and as I was driving home, I sent a text to that publisher, and I said, hi there, my schedule's freed up a little bit. Any chance you can meet for coffee tomorrow? And she was available, and so we met, and with the conversation with my husband, an agreement that I was way overdue for some self-care, I made it my full-time job for the rest of that year to write the manuscript, to write the book that you now have in front of you. And everything else kicked off from there. So this book is a collection of stories. It's a collection of research. It's interviews with experts, and there are success stories of women who have applied the techniques that you are about to learn. You see, your confidence, my friend, is completely up to you. It's a choice, and you can build and grow it just as intentionally as you can build your biceps. Now, I'm sure there are certain times when your confidence is already a 10 out of 10, and then there are other times when it's not quite as strong. Well, you will learn how to take what you already have in the 10 out of 10 over here and use it over there. It will grow, and you will notice the strength and the opportunities that open up for you. So I am beyond excited for you to tap into this book, which is built more as a workbook than just a book that you read and place on a shelf. In fact, someone said to me, Jamie, this isn't shelf help, like you just read it and put it on a shelf. It's self-help or self-improvement, as I like to say. You'll notice at the end of each chapter, there are key points. There's a confidence challenge checklist. Imagine you're a big fan of checklists. And also a place for you to write in your commitments of what you will act upon. This is not about simply reading and reflecting. This is about doing. And here's something else that's important to know. I don't know everything. In addition to what you'll learn in this book, each session has more resources for you, ranging from podcasts to research articles to TED Talks and more. tap into these resources as well. In fact, if you know of something that relates, please share it. Put a link to it in the comments section so that your fellow program members can learn as well. This book is here to collaborate, to catalyze, to teach, to encourage, and to ignite. And I'm already excited to hear about the success stories that I know you will experience on the other side. So I commend you, I honor you, and I congratulate you for being a part of this incredible program. And I will close out today with a poem to further inspire your pending actions and your future success. An ode to confidence. There once was a woman so smart and bright, with a mind so sharp she'd shine day and night. At work she excelled, no challenge too tough, but getting what she deserved, that was a little rough. Opportunities she could almost feel abound, yet her talents would sometimes go unnoticed or unfound. Her ideas, though golden, her logic supreme. Recognition and promotions remained a cloudy dream. Undeterred, she skillfully put a strategy in place to make her colleagues see that she was the ace. For it was her confidence she surfaced that sparkled like fire, a standard accessory she added to her everyday attire. Her intelligence radiated oh so bright, shining like a beacon, a guiding light. Colleagues in awe, they couldn't resist the force of her brilliance, impossible to dismiss. The higher-ups noticed her worth was clear. Promotions came knocking, oh how they were near. With a chuckle and a smirk, she had cracked the code, cruising smoothly over any bumps in the road. So here is to the smart woman, confident and true, who stands her ground and she gets what is due. With brains and charm, she conquers the issue. Upon her career, she now has a clear visual. Remember her tale, all you women so bright. Let confidence guide you and stand up for your right. For in this world, your talents deserve to be seen. Embrace your brilliance. Let your success gleam. So to my magnificent sheroes, with courage and grit, let your voice soar. Push it to transmit. Claim your space. Let your words never be a whisper. On your journey of empowerment, you darn well better speak up, sister.